Okay, so in this video, we'll be looking at how we can make a rig for our characters. A rig is essentially a fancy armature, except it has some bone constraints and it has these special kind of bone shapes that are different than these bone shapes. The whole point of a rig is to simplify your animating later down the line. Just like when we created bone constraints, these ones, the point was to simplify it. So now we're just going to actually simplify the way this looks so that we hide all the unnecessary bones, for example, that we will never need access to. And we also can create some special shapes that kind of have like a universal language and usage along animators. For example, this is the root bone. Root bones usually all look like this, and so on. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing is you want to be in pose mode, because everything will take place in pose mode. And we also want to go down here into our bone properties, and under viewport display is where we actually change our colors and also the shapes. So first we have to create the shapes. I guess to create the shapes, we go back to object mode and we can start with any of these meshes. So I'm going to start with the circle. So here's the circle. And in edit mode, I start changing it. So something like this. Once that shape is created, what I like to do is I like to make a collection. So I press the letter M and I create a new collection and I call it WGT for widgets. And you can see that here it created a folder and it moved that widget in there. And I'm going to hide the folder. So now if I create a new widget, for example, I will want one for the hips. For the hips, I like to start with a circle as well. Rescale it, delete anything I don't need. I'm going to mirror it. And for the hips, I kind of like to do like a shape like this. And because the pelvis will be kind of here, I can model it around the body as well. Make sure you apply scale so that all of these numbers are set to 1. Now I'm going to add it to my widget collection and it should disappear because I had that folder hidden. It actually might be also better to just rename these. So I'll just rename that to root. And I'll rename this one to hips for his hips. And I'll make one for the center of gravity as well. This one will be a little bit different because I'm going to start with a cube. A cube already has faces. So in edit mode, if I press A to select all, I can press X to delete, and I can only delete faces. So now I have this shape. I'll call it cog, move it into my widgets, and also create just a plain circle, and so on. Now there's no reason why I should know what shapes to create. That comes with experience and use, but also you can come back and make more shapes. So I'll start changing the bone shapes to the ones I just created. So I'll go to pose mode and I'll start with the root. So I'll select it, go to the bone properties, down here under viewport display, I can change the bone color. So I like the red one, but it's up to you. And I will choose my root. It's a little bit too big, so you can click, hold, and drag these numbers down. So I'm click, hold, drag, and I'm still clicking, and I can move my mouse left and right. If it's too sensitive, you can also hold shift. So this will be a little bit easier. Or you can just click every single one and just change them manually. That's fine. I'll do one for the hips here. Okay, this one is rotated upside down. So I'll play around with these settings. You can also move it up and down. Okay, something like this. And this one, let's just say I'll make blue. I have one for my center of gravity. And for the eyes, I will choose circles. Now, for the other eye, I can go back here and choose circle as well. Or I can just select both of these, select the circle last, then go here, and I can right click and I can say copy to selected. That will copy it across. If I also make any changes to this one, so say I make it tall, then same thing, I click on this one last, and then right click, and I can say copy all to selected. But obviously I don't want that. And so these work just like all the other bones, right? I can take it and I can move it, I can rotate it, I can do everything else. It just looks different. Now there is a convention in the colors that we choose. Usually one side of the body has one color and the other side of the body has different set of colors. So here I'm going to make the left side of his body all green. I select everything else. Then I right click, copy to selected. Same with the other one. I'll make this one red. Copy to selected. And there it is. And actually even the thing with the constraints here. The chance of me animating these two bones is quite low. And it really depends on the complexity of your models, but most likely I'm going to rely on the constraint. I'm not actually going to use these bones, okay? So what I can do is I can throw these into a different layer. So if I go to the data properties here, and under bone collections, I can create a new collection. And this one I'll just call hidden bones. So this is exactly like the folders here with the eyeballs. So I have one folder called bones that has everything that you see right now. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to unhide my new bone collection, and there's nothing here. So I'm going to select this bone and this bone. I'm going to make sure that I have hidden bones selected, and I'm going to assign. So now these bones are here in this new collection, but they're also still in the old one. So I'm going to remove them from the old one. Okay, now when I click on these bones, this circle is only appearing in the hidden bones, so it's telling me that these two bones are only here, whereas before that circle was in both places. So now I can press this eyeball and I can hide the hidden bones. Same thing with the hips. Right now if I try to rotate this hip or this leg, it's not really doing anything. Most of the movement's coming from this foot IK. So I'm going to select these bones. I'm going to assign them to the hidden bones, but I can still see them because they're in both collections. So I need to remove them from the previous collection. Okay, so there it is. I do want to have control over the toes, and I also want control over the foot, so I'm going to keep those. And obviously I want my IK. Okay, and I'm also going to change the colors here. Okay, and for the rest of the video, all I'm going to do is change some of the shapes here. But just to kind of show you what what a full rig kind of looks like, this is a full human rig. You can see that there's no single bone in sight. Like for example, this is how feet are. So this is the foot. This is how toes usually look like. Okay, and there's all these different shapes that animators use. And they're quite consistent across everything. Obviously, we are not animating faces, so all of this that you see for face wouldn't exist. So obviously our rig here won't be that crazy, but we can make some cool things. For example, for the foot, I'll start with a plane, delete only the face, and now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trace the foot. So here I can subdivide it. So that gives me a decent kind of shape that I can use for my feet. Okay, I'll throw it into my widgets. Now here, I can use my foot object. Now because I want it on the other foot, I'm going to right click, copy to selected. Then this one, I'm going to copy all to selected. Right here, copy all to selected and copy all to selected. For the foot IK, I'll let you figure it out. For the toes, I'll let you figure it out. Okay, so here I just kind of created the toes and the feet. I did not finish the whole thing, but I do want you guys to finish all of it. Obviously, you can reuse some shapes. For example, for the foot here, I can use a circle. Okay, and that is absolutely fine, even though I use the circle here for the spine. And so this is the last step before we actually animate. So at this point, your character is ready to be shipped out to the animator. And yeah, that's it for this video.